Well, hello guys. I hope you all had a nice weekend. So officially YouTube has asked me to keep my videos short because the size of the videos that I'm making is not fitting, or you can say they are too big for YouTube to handle. So I'll keep my analysis short for today and we'll focus only on Nifty 50. Changing the strategy a bit, mixing it up. We'll start with a 15-minute chart today. So as you can see on a 15-minute chart, it was a bloodbath in the morning. It opened with a gap down position and never really even tried to come up. The morning dip was very strong, but later on it consolidated and didn't go far below that. That was our prediction. That was what we had predicted during the last talk. So not much to be done here. Let's go to the 1 hour chart, the hourly chart. See again, it was just the morning dip that really killed the buzz as expected. Rest of the hours were okay. Nothing much to be uh, accomplished or discussed here. Let's go to the daily chart. So on a daily chart, it is pretty visible that the downtrend that had started with this candle is continuing as the reverse hammers are, uh, predominantly visible. I do not expect that this weakness will cure itself over coming days, and it is going to stay. Now, if we just have a look against, the previous resistance lines, if you remember the ones we had drawn in the chart a few days ago, so this was the first resistance line. It was already breached yesterday, right? Yesterday, I mean day before yesterday, the last session, the last session, and the next resistance was here. You see this line? It was here. So even the next resistance line has been breached, right? Now we are definitely in a bearish market. I'm not saying the exact technical term, but because we have seen a fall since last 3 days, last three sessions, so we are in a bear market. It's a bear market. Now see, this is going to be the next resistance, right? And it is just reached over it, just stepping over it. If this line is breached further, if this line is breached, our next support will be at 18,000. 18,000. I was just going through the option data for the day, and the option data it reflects exactly this position. The put option data reflects exactly this position. So I'm pretty confident if this is breached, if 11,124, 120 is breached, the next stop is at 18,000, right? So uh, not much of buying to be done. If you ask me, the best strategy would be to wait out the session tomorrow and not jump into the action, because if there is a bounce back from here, it's going to be a pretty strong one. But I doubt it, because this week, as the markets still get influenced by the US market and we have Fed data coming in on on rate hikes, inflation has a little bit controlled, but I don't expect the US Fed to decrease, just start decreasing the the interest rates. All right, so 1 day is done. Let's even have a look at the weekly data. Okay, here's the weekly data. So that candle that was formed, that bearish candle that was formed, it's starting to give the exact image, the expected image. So expect the weakness to continue. All the pointers say that weakness will continue, but there is a support available at 18,120, around 18,120. If the support stays, we might see a bounce back. Too many factors to be considered right now. We'll have to wait and watch. Lastly, we'll go on to the monthly chart. This candle is still green, just green, just uh, going back and most likely converting itself to red. Now, if I was to remove all these lines here, all the resistance lines here, on a monthly chart, this could very well be a trend, and we had drawn this line earlier also. So I hope you had seen the previous video. If you had, you'll remember. Right, we had drawn this line earlier also. Okay, if I do this. Okay, I think this is a much better trend line than any other. So if this is the case, if we were to look at the monthly chart, 18,038 is acting as a very definitive support. It's a very definitive support on the monthly chart, and a bounce back from here. You see, if you look at the chart below, bounce back here will go a long way to ensure the bull run in the market. So next few days, next few sessions are going to be very critical for us. Let's watch them carefully, patiently, preserve capital, and enter the market at the right time. Alright guys, this was my analysis for Nifty today. Thank you very much. It's a very interesting week coming ahead. Let's wait and watch. Thank you.